Are you ready to open the door to success? Listen carefully, because what you are about to receive is not just an analysis. It is a call, a shake to the soul, a key that can open the door you have been knocking on silently for years. We all want success. We desire it, dream of it, pursue it. But how many are truly prepared to achieve it? How many are willing to pay the price, discipline their minds, build their character from the inside out? This is not just any book. It is not a collection of gentle advice or phrases to share on social media. It is a revelation, a map, a system, a transformation manual. I did not write the keys to success to entertain you. I wrote it to awaken you, to speak directly to you, to that you who still dreams big but perhaps has forgotten how to act big, to that you who feels born for more but has been chained to doubts, fears, and excuses. Today, this message arrives to tell you yes, that you can, that you deserve, that you have within you the power to build a powerful, rich, abundant, and purposeful life. But to do so, you must accept a deep truth. Success is not an accident. It is a science. It is a philosophy. It is a daily decision. And I give you the keys, one by one. In the next few minutes, we will deeply analyze these keys. We will dissect them, bring them to life. It will not be a passive reading. It will be a deep conversation between you and your destiny. You will feel as if a mentor is sitting in front of you, looking into your eyes and not letting you back down. Because today, your life changes. Prepare yourself. Breathe. Open your mind. Because now, the true journey begins. Look at me well. Because what I am about to tell you is the first key. And without it, no other will open any door. If you do not have a clear, defined, burning purpose, you are walking in circles. It doesn't matter how fast you run. It doesn't matter how many books you read nor how many goals you write down. If your purpose is not clear, there is no fire. And without fire, there is no transformation. I say it plainly. Wealth, success, self-respect, happiness, all stem from a single source, a clear definition of purpose. And I am not talking about any goal. I am talking about a reason for life, about that which burns inside you, that why that makes you get up when everything hurts, that vision that brings tears of emotion just by imagining it. When you have a purpose, your soul aligns, your mind focuses, your decisions become firm, your energy changes, you no longer wander, you no longer doubt so much. You are no longer paralyzed by others' opinions, because now you know where you are going. And when you know where you're going, any path that doesn't bring you closer is simply not an option. I challenge you. Write down your purpose, not tomorrow, today, tonight, with anger if necessary, with tears if needed, but write it down. What do you want to achieve? Why are you here? What is it that if you reach it, will make you feel that your life had meaning? What legacy do you want to leave? What dream have you denied yourself for years out of fear or comfort? There is no success without direction. There is no wealth without intention. There is no fulfillment without vision. Do you want to know why most fail? Because they live without purpose. They work for money, but not for a mission. They get up out of routine, but not out of conviction. They don't know what they want and end up trapped in what they don't want. You are not going to be just anyone, not after this. Close your eyes. Visualize your purpose as if you are already there. Feel that emotion, that strength, that energy. Write it down. Declare it. Remember it every day. Stick that sheet in front of your bed if necessary, because it will be your anchor. It will be your north. It will be the voice that reminds you who you are when the world tries to make you forget. Never forget. A person with a clear purpose is more powerful than 1,000 with talent without direction. The world steps aside for those who know where they are going. The entire universe aligns with those who act from a deep cause. And you, if you are listening to this, it is because you are called to lead your life with purpose. Lift your head, straighten your back. Today, you have regained the helm of your ship, and this was only the first key. Now listen to me carefully, because this key is not optional. This is the foundation of your greatness. Without it, your purpose collapses. Without it, your goals seem too distant. This key is self-confidence. I shout it between the lines. No one achieves something great if they don't believe it's possible first. No one conquers anything if they haven't first conquered themselves internally. The world will test you again and again. Falls will come. Criticisms will come. Betrayal will come. But if you believe in yourself, if you feel you were created for something more, nothing will stop you. And do you know the most impressive thing? Confidence is not an innate talent. It's not a blessing for a few. It's a muscle. It's built. It's trained. It's cultivated. And I give you the tools to do it. Start with what I call positive self-talk. What do you tell yourself every day? Do you speak to yourself as your best ally or as your worst enemy? Because if every morning you repeat that you can't, that you're not enough, that it's not worth trying, then you are programming your mind for failure. If this content is resonating with you and you feel that you are learning something valuable for your growth, subscribe now and activate the bell. At Path to Greatness, each week we share ideas that can transform your mindset, your business, and your life. And if you are enjoying this video, leave a like. It helps us reach more people who are also seeking their best version. Let's continue. I invite you to declare, with firmness and emotion, powerful affirmations. And not once, not a week, every day, for years if necessary. Because every word is a seed you plant in your mind, and what you plant grows. Listen to me, because this can change your life. Stop seeking external validation. Stop asking for permission to shine. Stop waiting for someone else to give you value. Your value is already within you. Your story, your wounds, your struggles, all of that has shaped you. Do not be ashamed of what you lived through. Use it as fuel. Use your pain as leverage. Your story as a testimony. Trust your intuition. Trust your decisions. And if you fail, get up stronger. Because every fall is part of the journey. Every mistake is a teacher. Every no brings you closer to the great yes, I knew it. Great men and women are not born trusting themselves. They are forged. They are rebuilt. They challenge themselves. And you, if you are here, if you are listening to these words, it is because inside you there is a leader, a visionary, a destiny builder. Stop shrinking. Stop silencing yourself. Stop hiding your light so others won't be uncomfortable. Your greatness is not arrogance. Your faith in yourself is not ego. It is a recognition of the power with which you were created. So look at yourself in the mirror today, not with shame, not with doubts. Look at yourself with fire in your eyes. See yourself as what you are, a work in progress, but already powerful. And always remember, self-confidence is not an emotion. It is a daily choice, a firm decision, a key to power. Today, you choose to believe. Today, you decide to move forward. And with that faith in yourself, you have already taken the first step toward an unstoppable future. Listen carefully, because this key will make you uncomfortable, but it will also set you free. If until now, You have been waiting for the perfect moment, the permission, the ideal conditions. Let me say it clearly and bluntly. That moment doesn't exist, and it will not come. I teach you a truth that many prefer to ignore. Success is not for those who wait. It is for those who act, for those who take the first step when they are still afraid, for those who leap without guarantees, for those who move while others freeze. That is personal initiative. It is that invisible force that distinguishes the observer from the builder, the one who complains from the one who creates. It is the will to say, I will not wait for the world to change. I will change myself, and the world will follow me. Because you know what? There will always be excuses. There will always be reasons to postpone. There will always be doubts whispering in your ear. But the difference lies in action. Moving forward with faith, even when the fog prevents you from seeing beyond a few steps. Acting without guarantee, only with conviction. I shout it between the lines. The world belongs to those who take the lead, to those who make decisions, to those who raise their hand, to those who assume leadership even if they tremble inside. And this truth is firm. If you don't decide for yourself, someone else will decide for you. If you don't act, another will do so and reap the rewards. The price of not taking initiative is living a borrowed life, a reactive life, a life of hopefully and regrets. So I ask you, how many of your dreams have died due to lack of action? How many times did you know what you should do, but didn't do it? How many ideas did you leave in the drawer out of fear of what they will say or what will happen? Today, that ends. Today, you regain your power. Personal initiative is also commitment. It's not just about starting, it's about persisting, taking full responsibility for your life, stopping blaming others, stopping victimizing yourself, understanding that although you may not choose what happens to you, you do choose how you react. And that choice is what shapes your destiny. Life doesn't wait. Success doesn't wait. And you can no longer keep waiting. You don't need everything figured out to start. You just need to move. And in that movement, you'll find strength. You'll find answers. You'll find the next step. Remember this every morning. Those who take initiative have an advantage. Those who act learn. Those who risk grow. And those who stay still fall behind. Rise today with determination. Jump, even if you feel dizzy. Launch your project. Make that call. Say that truth. Learn that skill. Take that first step. Because if you don't do it, no one will do it for you. And there lies the magic. When you take initiative, the universe responds. Doors open. The right people appear. Opportunities emerge. But only for those who dare. For those who move. This is your sign. This is your call. No more excuses. No more waiting. Today, with this key in hand, you become the absolute protagonist of your story. Stop for a second and hear this truth. Everything you see in the world was first an idea, a spark, a thought, the chair you're sitting on, the device you're listening to this message on, the city you inhabit, even the greatest empires. All were born in an invisible place, imagination. And I affirm this with conviction. Imagination is the workshop of the soul. It is the secret laboratory where your reality is shaped. But we are not talking about dreaming for the sake of dreaming. We are talking about creating in your mind what you will later build in your life. I distinguish two types of imagination: synthetic and creative. Synthetic takes existing ideas and combines them, improves them, reorganizes them. Creative is the divine spark. It is that vision that suddenly arrives and changes everything. Both are within you. Both are waiting to be used, but they only flourish in a willing mind. A mind that has not surrendered to routine, mediocrity, or borrowed thinking. Do you know what kills us silently? Repetition without intention. Living without imagining. Accepting reality as something fixed. Conformism disguised as maturity. But you were not born into this world to repeat what others have done. You came to create, to innovate, to dream the impossible and make it a reality. Every great entrepreneur, every artist, every inventor used imagination as a weapon. And you? Are you using yours? Or have you left it asleep? Wake it up. Stimulate your mind every day. Visualize in detail what you want to achieve. Not abstractly, clearly, with colors, with scents, with emotions. Imagine your ideal life as if it were already here. Feel it, live it, write it down, because your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is intensely imagined. And what you repeat in your mind becomes your behavior. And what you repeat in your behavior becomes your reality. I am not asking you to be a naive dreamer. I am asking you to be an active dreamer, a dreamer with an agenda, with deadlines, with passion. Because imagination without action is fantasy. But imagination fueled with purpose and movement is invincible. It is the flame that ignites revolutions. It is the vision that crosses the years and becomes a legacy. So don't ever say, "That's not possible," without first imagining it with your whole being. Don't dismiss an idea just because no one has ever done it before. Because you are no one else. You are you. You are unique. You are an inexhaustible source of creation. And if you learn to trust in your ability to imagine, then you will learn to build a life that today seems distant, but tomorrow will be inevitable. I'm going to tell you something no one tells you, but that can change everything. Successful people don't always know more, but they act more. They are not always the smartest, nor the most prepared, but they have something that sets them apart. They decide quickly and act forcefully. That is the sixth key I give you urgently: decisive action. You can have huge dreams, clear goals, overflowing imagination, and burning passion, but if you don't act, none of that matters, because the universe does not reward intention. It rewards movement, rewards those who dare, those who take risks, those who commit. Indecision is the poison of dreams. It is the invisible thief that takes your time, your energy, your potential. Every time you postpone a decision you know you must make, you are giving up a piece of your future. And I am clear. Decisions must be made quickly and firmly. I'm not talking about acting impulsively, but with conviction. With that kind of clarity that comes when you already know who you are, what you want, and where you're going. The people who change the world are not those who doubt endlessly. They are the ones who listen to their intuition, assess what is necessary, and then act with fire in their eyes. Look around you. How many people are paralyzed by fear of making mistakes? How many live trapped between yes but and what if it doesn't work out? But listen to me. Mistake is not your enemy. Mistake is part of the process. The true failure is not trying. It is letting opportunities pass out of fear of not having guarantees. It is watching life pass by from the shore, while others sail towards their dreams with waves and everything. Action. Action with intention. Action every day. Even if it's a step. Even if it's small. Because every step adds up. Every step trains your mind. Every step generates momentum. And the momentum makes you unstoppable. I remind you of something powerful. Action not only creates results, it also builds self-esteem. When you do what you said you would do, your confidence grows. Your identity changes. You no longer see yourself as someone who dreams. You see yourself as someone who fulfills, as someone who transforms. So decide right now. What is it that you know you should do and haven't done yet? What conversation are you avoiding? What project are you postponing? What decision are you afraid to make? Don't think about it anymore. Decide. Act. Cut through doubt. Move forward. Because this is the law. The greats do not have easier lives. They make faster decisions, bolder, more aligned with their purpose. And you, today you join them. Now listen to me carefully, because this may hurt, but it can also heal. People say they want freedom, but almost no one is willing to pay its true price. And that price is called discipline. Yes, discipline. That uncomfortable, unglamorous word, but absolutely essential. I understood it better than anyone. Without discipline, any dream becomes a mirage. And I tell you frankly, without embellishments, the world is full of talented people, with brilliant ideas, with perfect plans, who achieve nothing because they cannot sustain their commitment when the excitement disappears. But you are not here to be just another. You are here to break the mold, to forge a life so solid inside that nothing external can topple it. And that is built with daily discipline. Discipline is doing what you must do, even when you don't feel like it. It's getting up early when your whole body is asking for 5 more minutes. It's saying no to what you desire now to say yes to what you long for in the long term. It's maintaining your routine when no one is watching. It's keeping your word, even when the enthusiasm has gone. I repeat it like a silent mantra on every page. Successful people are voluntary slaves to their vision, and that involves sacrifice. It involves discomfort. It involves building solid habits, not volatile motivations, because motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what takes you to the end. Do you want financial freedom? Discipline with your money. Do you want health? Discipline with your body. Do you want impact? Discipline with your time. Do you want respect? Discipline with your words and actions. Everything worth it demands control, demands repetition, demands structure. But here comes the hidden miracle. When you make discipline your ally, life becomes simpler. No more decisions all the time. No more excuses. Just clarity. Just focus. Just results. And there is more. Something I don't always say directly, but that is felt in every lesson of mine. Discipline not only transforms your environment, it transforms who you are. It makes you strong. It makes you reliable. It makes you proud of yourself. And that feeling is priceless. So if today you are tired, if you are struggling with habits that sabotage you, if you feel you are not progressing, don't give up. Do it one more time. Just one more time. And then another. And then another. Because every day you overcome laziness. Every day you choose your purpose over comfort. You are building an indestructible version of yourself. Remember this: discipline is not a prison. It is the door to your freedom. Listen to this as if your life depended on it, because perhaps it does. Most people do not fail due to lack of talent or opportunities. Most fail because they give up too soon. And I shout this from the heart of my work. Persistence is everything. Persistence is that firm decision not to give up. It's to keep going when everyone else has already left. It's to continue, even if you don't see results yet, even if it hurts, even if it seems like nothing is progressing, even if you feel alone. Because in reality, you are not alone. You are being tested. You are being shaped. You are being tempered like iron in the fire. because what awaits you requires a stronger version of yourself. I remind you of a brutal but true fact. Most people give up just before they succeed, just before the break, just before the miracle, just before that call, that sale, that turning point in life. And that is the most heartbreaking, because they will never know. But you will know, because you are not going to give up, because you have made a deep decision. I will not stop until this becomes a reality. Period. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how many times I fall. It doesn't matter how many say it can't be done. I keep going. I get up. I insist. Because what I am building is not a whim. It is my mission. Persistence is discipline with soul. It is repeating over and over what works, even if it seems slow, even if it seems invisible. It is believing in what you still do not see. It is having such brutal, solid, deep faith that neither rejection nor mockery nor the silence of the world makes you retreat. And here is a silent promise I leave between the lines. The universe rewards those who do not give up. Not always when you want. It doesn't always go as you imagine. But if you don't stop, it arrives. The result arrives. The reward arrives. And when I arrive, you will know it was not luck. It was your unbreakable spirit that opened the door. Take this as a pact with yourself. I will persist with pain, with fear, with doubts, but with determination. And if I have to start 1,000 times, I will. Because each attempt brings me closer. Because each fall trains me. Because each day makes me someone greater. Remember, dreams are not fulfilled. They are conquered. I want you to think of this as if your life were a plant. You can have good seed. You can have water. You can have sun. But if the soil is contaminated, you will not bloom. That soil is your environment, the people you associate with, the messages you consume, the places where you spend your time, your closest circles. All of that shapes your destiny. And I make it very clear, your environment can be the gasoline of your success or the acid that destroys it. It is not an exaggeration. It is law. Tell me who you spend your time with, and I will tell you what you are destined for. Because if you surround yourself with people who live complaining, justify mediocrity, do not dream, and mock those who try to fly, then no matter how much you read, visualize, or wish, they will drag you back to the average. I understood that success is contagious, and failure too. That is why one of the most powerful keys I share is this: the conscious construction of your mastermind alliance. Do you know what that means? It means surrounding yourself with people who elevate you, who challenge you, who believe in your vision, who do not tolerate your excuses, people who look you in the eyes and tell you, "Don't stop, you are bigger than this." You don't need more motivation, you need allies, you need community, you need to surround yourself with giants, because when you walk with lions, you learn to roar. When you speak with visionaries, your mind expands. When you share your days with people who live with purpose, your soul ignites. And this goes beyond the physical. What are you letting into your mind daily? What are you listening to? What are you reading? What kind of content are you giving space to in your life? Because all of that is also environment. It is also nourishment for your identity. Conduct a radical audit. Ask yourself, who adds to my life and who subtracts? Who inspires me and who drains me? Who elevates me and who chains me? And after answering with brutal honesty, make brave decisions. Yes, it may hurt. It may involve distancing yourself from people you care about. But if their presence extinguishes your fire, then their distance will be an act of self-love. It's not about judging. It's about consciously choosing where you want to grow and with whom. And here is a powerful truth. When you transform yourself, your environment also changes. Because you start to vibrate differently. Because you attract new people. Because you inspire. Because you become yourself a magnet of excellence. So repeat it with me. I am the guardian of my environment. I choose who I walk with. I protect my mind as a sacred temple. And if something does not propel me toward my vision, it has no place in my life. Remember, you are not an island. You are part of a network. And that network can elevate you or sink you. Today, you choose to elevate yourself. Listen to me carefully, because this key can unlock doors you have been trying to open for years. Your subconscious mind is the invisible genius that builds your destiny. And I say it without hesitation. Everything you believe, think, and repeat with emotion ends up engraved deep within your being. And from there, shapes your actions, your decisions, your results. That is the law. Your subconscious does not reason, it obeys. It does not filter, it executes. It does not distinguish between reality or fiction. It only receives what you repeat over and over again. That's why, if you have lived saying, I can't, I am not enough, it's not for me, your subconscious has accepted it as a command, and now it works to confirm it. Not because it is your enemy, but because you programmed it that way. But here is the good news. You can reprogram it. You can rewrite your story. And you do this through a tool I passionately taught. Auto-suggestion. Auto-suggestion is the conscious act of repeating to yourself words that empower you, expand you, align you with your purpose. Not as a mental game, but as a spiritual practice, as an internal reconfiguration discipline. I ask you to declare your vision every morning. Read it, listen to it, feel it. Write it in the present tense, with emotion, with certainty, as if it were already real. And I know some see it as fantasy, but tell me, what is more fantastical? Believing you can achieve your dreams if you affirm them with faith every day, or believing you can achieve something while repeating that you are useless, that you cannot, that you are not worth it. Autosuggestion is not cheap magic. It is neuroscience before the word existed. It is planting in the fertile ground of your subconscious, what you will later reap as fruits in your life. And I tell you this with passion. If you change your internal dialogue, you will change your actions. If you change your actions, you will change your results. And if you change your results, you will change your destiny. I am not interested in motivating you temporarily. I am interested in you becoming the architect of your world. And for that, you need to control your thoughts, monitor your words, take care of what you repeat, because all of that becomes reality. So from today, make autosuggestion a sacred ritual. Declare with power who you are, what you do, what you have, how you live. Do it even if you don't fully believe it. Do it until you feel it. Do it until you become it. Remember, your subconscious is always listening. Give it a new language, and you will see how your world changes. Now listen with your heart, because what you're about to understand can set you free forever. You have a power that is beyond money, connections, even knowledge, an invisible power, but absolute. That power is decision. Yes, deciding is creating. Deciding is cutting with the past. It is declaring a new reality. It is drawing a before and an after. Most people fail not because of incapacity, but because of indecision. They stay waiting for a sign, a guarantee, a permission. But I discovered this truth. The sign appears after deciding, not before. The path opens when you walk it, not when you wait. And once you decide, everything changes. The universe begins to move. Your energy changes, your face changes, your body language transforms. A firm decision is a spiritual act. It is a silent roar that says, "This is what I want. This is what I will achieve, no matter what happens." Do you know what that provokes? Certainty. And certainty is magnetic. It attracts resources, it attracts people, it attracts opportunities that were hidden, waiting for you to declare yourself ready. I'm not talking to you about choosing between coffee or tea. I'm talking to you about decisions that change the course of a life. Decisions that hurt. Decisions that force you to leave behind what is comfortable, to embrace the extraordinary. Sometimes it's leaving a relationship. Sometimes it's saying yes to a project that scares you. Sometimes it's betting on yourself when no one else does. And I won't lie to you, deciding with power is not easy, because every real decision involves loss. You leave something behind, but what you gain is immensely greater. You gain direction, you gain inner peace, you gain purpose. So answer yourself right now. What decision are you postponing? What do you know you must do? But you're lying to yourself saying it's not the right time yet. Let me tell you clearly, the time is now. It has always been now. Make the decision. Do it with firmness. Do it with faith. Do it with fire in your soul. And don't look back. Your future is on the other side of that choice. You can. You must. You already decided. I want you to understand this with absolute certainty. Faith is not just a spiritual concept. It is a practical force, a precise tool, a creative energy. And without it, nothing manifests. I'm not talking about blind faith. I'm talking about active, grounded, vibrant faith. Faith in yourself. Faith in your vision. Faith that the universe responds when you align yourself with a higher purpose and act from the soul. Listen carefully. Faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. It is the fire that transforms an idea into action. It is the emotion that imparts strength to your thoughts and projects them into the material plane. Many wait to see results before believing. But I tell you, first believe, then see. First affirm, then it manifests. First stand with determination, then the world adjusts to your stance. And this is vital. Faith is nourished by repetition. Don't wait to feel it every day like a magical wave. Cultivate it, protect it, train it like a muscle. Because there will be days when doubt shouts at you, when fear embraces you, when your environment shows you the opposite. And it will be then that your faith will be your shield, your anchor, your sword. When you affirm your faith, your energy changes, your language changes, your stance becomes unbreakable. And then the world begins to respond to that vibration. Faith does not deny reality, it transforms it. You are not alone. Within you, there is a divine spark, a higher intelligence, a creative power waiting for you to activate it. And how do you activate it? With faith, with words, with action, with persistence. I have seen people without resources, without contacts, without formal education, achieve the impossible just because they dared to believe stronger than their past, stronger than the statistics, stronger than the voices that told them they couldn't. And now it's your turn. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dream. Believe that what you imagine is possible. Believe that what you feel has value. Believe that you were created for greatness, and it's not enough to believe it once. You must affirm it every day. You must say it out loud. You must visualize it. You must act as if you are already living it. Because faith that doesn't move fades away. But faith that acts creates miracles. Listen carefully to what I am going to tell you now, because this is one of the most underestimated and most powerful keys, the habit of saving. Yes, saving. A simple word, but with the potential to completely change your financial, emotional, and spiritual life. You see, many want abundance, many want wealth, many want freedom, but almost none are willing to build the internal structure that supports that wealth. And that structure begins with saving. Saving is not about scarcity, it's about direction. It's not about limiting yourself, it's about mastering yourself, proving to yourself that you control your money, and not that money controls you. When you develop the habit of saving, you are sending a message to the universe. I am a reliable channel to manage wealth, and listen to me carefully. It doesn't matter how much you earn. What matters is how much you retain. What matters is how wisely you invest. What matters is how much you build over time. I have experienced it firsthand. I saw people with modest incomes become financially free, and I saw people who earned fortunes lose everything for lack of discipline. Saving is a declaration of responsibility. It is a sign of maturity. It is a promise you make to yourself. No matter how much I have today, I will always honor my future. And if today you believe you can't save because you can't afford it, I tell you frankly, that is not an excuse. It is a mental programming you must destroy. Start with whatever you can, a 5%, a 3%, a bill, but do it always. Do it as a ritual. Do it with respect. Do it with pride. Because with every peso, dollar, or cent you save, you are not only creating financial security, you are forging character. You are creating emotional support. You are building your freedom. Savings give you options. They give you peace of mind. They give you the power of decision, and they keep you away from the slavery of debt, dependence, and fear of the future. Remember, you don't need to have millions to start saving, but you need to save if one day you want to have millions. And when your savings turn into investment, when that money starts working for you, while you sleep, while you rest, while you love life, then your time becomes yours. Then your soul breathes. Do it. Do it today. Do it with intention, and do it for yourself, for your loved ones, for your legacy. Because savings, my friend, is the seed of your independence. And independence is the garden where your greatness blooms. Get ready. Because this key is one that almost no one values until it's too late. Personal initiative. The art of not waiting for orders. The power to act without anyone pushing you. The ability to move when others are still. I have seen it 1,000 times. Those who go the farthest in life are not the brightest. They are the most proactive. They are the ones who see a need and solve it. They are the ones who do not ask, "What am I supposed to do?" but rather, "What can I do beyond?" And that, my friend, is worth gold. We live in a world where most people wait. They wait for motivation. They wait for approval. They wait for perfect conditions. They wait for guarantees. And while they wait, others are doing. While they complain, others are creating. While they doubt, others are taking the market. Personal initiative is a declaration of leadership. It is looking at the world and saying, "I did not come just to observe. I came to participate. I came to transform." You cannot build greatness if you need someone always behind you. You need to move by conviction. You need to act when no one is watching you. You need to propose solutions when others only present problems. And listen to this with your soul. The person who takes initiative becomes indispensable. In a company, in a family, in a society. The one who takes initiative leads. The one who waits obeys. And that has nothing to do with your position. It has to do with your mindset. You decide whether you are a pawn or the player. You decide whether you react or create the movement. You don't need permission to act. Permission is given by your purpose. The drive is given by your vision. The fuel is given by your commitment to your mission. Make this phrase your mantra. If I see something that can be improved, I move. If I have an idea, I execute it. If no one is doing it, I do it. And I guarantee you something. That attitude will take you to places where the lukewarm will never reach. That attitude will build trust. That attitude will open doors that were closed. Initiative is the invisible force that transforms followers into leaders. And you were not born to follow. You were born to lead, to create, to leave a mark. So next time you doubt whether you should do something, do it. Next time you feel the impulse, follow it. Next time you hear that inner voice saying, move, move, because the world belongs to those who dare to take the first step, without anyone asking them to. We arrive at one of the most ignored but most decisive keys: self-discipline. Yes, that word that hurts when you hear it, but that frees you when you practice it. Hear me loudly. There is no success without self-control. There is no greatness without self-mastery. There is no freedom without discipline. Many want immediate results. They want wealth. They want influence. They want respect. But they don't want to do the internal work that all of that requires. And I'll tell you straight, the world doesn't reward the desire. It rewards discipline. Discipline is saying no to what takes you away. It's getting up when you don't feel like it. It's training when you're tired. It's keeping your word when no one is watching. It's resisting immediate gratification for the satisfaction of a lasting victory. Self-discipline is the mother of character, and character is the foundation of every personal empire. I saw with my own eyes how talented people fell because they lacked structure. I saw how those who shone for a while faded due to lack of consistency. And I saw how disciplined people, although slow at first, became invincible giants. Do you want to change your life? Start by mastering your mornings. Start by training your body. Start by taking care of your mind. Start by organizing your finances. Start by taking control of the only thing you truly possess: your will. And here is a brutal truth. If you do not discipline yourself, the world will discipline you. If you do not set rules for yourself, life will set limits for you. If you do not choose your sacrifice, you will end up living consequences you did not choose. It's not about rigidity. It's about structured freedom. It's about becoming your own coach, your own leader, your own general. Self-discipline makes you strong when everything is in chaos. It makes you move forward when no one believes in you. It helps you achieve your goals, even if your soul trembles. Make discipline your shield. Make it your friend. Make it your way of life. Because when others fall due to weakness, you will stand firm because of character. And that, my dear listener, is what makes the difference. Listen carefully, because this last key is not optional. It is the seal of those who succeed in life. And that key is persistence. Yes, persistence. The art of continuing when there are no more applause. The act of resisting when everything inside you wants to give up. The ability to stand firm when the world seems to collapse. I have seen talents fail. I have seen geniuses give up. I have seen brilliant ideas die because no one had the courage to keep insisting. And I have also seen ordinary men and women achieve extraordinary things because they simply refused to give up. I want you to understand this with your soul. Nothing great happens immediately. Nothing valuable is achieved without obstacles. Nothing lasting is built without trials. Success is a process, a long journey, with dark days, with closed doors, with temporary defeats, but also with unimaginable rewards for those who do not stop. Do you think I didn't want to give up? That I didn't have doubts, failures, mockery, rejections, hunger? Of course I did. But every time I fell, I got up stronger. Every time I heard a no, my soul shouted a yes, because I understood a truth that I now give you as my most valuable inheritance. He who persists conquers. He who does not give up wins. He who continues, even if he trembles, even if it hurts, even if it bleeds, that is the one who triumphs. Persistence is your shield and your sword. It is your proof and your glory. It is your fire and your direction. And I make it clear to you, if today you decide that nothing and no one will make you abandon your dream, then nothing and no one will be able to prevent you from achieving it. Now you already have the keys. One by one, I have handed them to you with the strength of my experience, with the fire of my purpose, with the vision of a man who saw thousands transform and wants to see you at the top. You have what it takes. You have the vision. You have the spark. You only need to ignite the fire. Don't look for more excuses. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't ask for permission. Take your life with both hands and take responsibility for your destiny. Every key I gave you is alive in you. It's waiting for you to use it, to activate it, to turn it into results. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. Do it for all those who will come after you. Do it for the legacy you are called to build. And if this message ignited something in you, subscribe right now to the Path to Greatness channel. Activate the bell so you don't miss any content that transforms your mind and spirit. Like if these words resonated in your soul. And share this video with someone who needs to hear this truth today. Because together, we will awaken the giant within you. And we will build, step by step, your true path to greatness.